This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Well, good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Tim Gordon. This morning on Sunrise, he's been spotted again. What's bringing a bear to Forest Park and nearby neighborhoods? Plus, a flaming getaway. How far police say a suspect drove his car as it burned. But before we get to all that, let's check in with Chris McGinnis for a first look at our forecast this Saturday morning.
Good Saturday morning to you and to you and you and you and all those folks out there that decided to get up so early on a holiday weekend for a lot of us here. Let's give you the live look right now from our Wells Fargo sky camera. And as expected, the cloud cover has been drawn in after that hot day yesterday. We're going to be cooler because of that cloud cover. In fact, it is socked in right now in Newport. Here's a live look from Yaquina Bay. You can't even make out the, can you? No, you can't. You can't see the Yaquina Bay Bridge out there in the background. So certainly some clouds and some fog there. And a different viewpoint from the gorge. This from Oregon's Veterans Home in the Dalles. Little cloud cap on top of Mount Hood this morning as the marine cloud deck has pushed all the way in to the Cascades early this morning. All right, radar satellite showing the thunderstorms that fired across parts of the region yesterday. Those are pulling away. The marine cloud cover has moved in. We've even got a couple sprinkles showing up on radar in the southern Willamette Valley. 57 right now in Portland, 55 Sherwood, 55 in Kaiser as well. Mid-50s for a lot of us this morning and lots of clouds for all of us west of the Cascades. The clouds will be slow to clear this afternoon. Will be cooler today, Tim. I've got highs in the lower 70s this afternoon. All
right, thanks a lot, Chris. Well, we start this half hour with something we've talked about a little bit over the last few weeks. Sightings of a black bear roaming around Forest Park and now into some neighborhoods in northwest Portland. Our Catherine Cook found out exactly why this time of year seems to bring such close encounters.
We're back to Forest Park, which is apparently bear country now.
I can't even believe this. I can't even believe this.
A KGW viewer took this video of the now infamous black bear crossing Northwest 53rd Drive a couple weeks ago. It incited both dread,
oh my gosh,
and delight.
It's like a Sasquatch sighting. See him up there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Since then, the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife tells us they've taken 6 reports of black bear sightings in and around Forest Park. That includes this one, the night of May 18th. Security images show a black bear roaming around the garbage cans outside this home on Skyline Boulevard near Saltzman Road. That's near the Fire Lane 5 trailhead.
It's hard to know where it came from, but what brings it to town is certainly food.
Wildlife biologist Ben Cate says this is the time of year, statewide, for most bear conflicts.
It's sort of this period in between when bears wake up from hibernation and prior to a lot of the natural food sources on the landscape being available, the berries and fruiting things that bears are eating over the summer.
Cate says this bear has also hit a couple beehives along Skyline. He says if you live near forested areas, ditch the beehives and bird feeders, lock your garbage cans, and only take them out on trash days, since it appears that's all the bears are after.
Every report that we've received so far, the bear has reacted as we hope it would to people, and that it just ran the other direction when it actually encountered a person.
That includes Kristen Shaw.
Made it very memorable run.
She, too, spotted the black bear last Thursday while running on Leif Erikson Trail.
I put my arms out and wide. I said, "Bear, get away!" And he heard me, and he didn't want anything to do with the situation either. I think we reacted similarly to each other.
Fish and Wildlife officials posted these signs around Forest Park to warn trail users of bear sightings. Chris Steinbeck and his kids know what to do.
We can make ourselves big because then they'll be scared of us.
And never go towards the cubs.
As for what else to avoid,
don't run away. Running away from a predator can potentially trigger that instinct to chase prey.
And none of us,
Bro, a black bear in Forest Park.
Want that.
I can't even believe this. I can't.
Well, in the unlikely event that you're actually attacked by a black bear, wildlife experts say you're actually supposed to fight back. Do not play dead like we kind of used to be told. They're hoping this problem will resolve itself once we get to the fruiting season, when there are a lot of berries and other food out there in the woods for the bears to go have. All right, doctors expect a 17-year-old girl to recover from her injuries after getting shot in southeast Portland. Authorities responded to the call Friday afternoon outside the Winco store at 79th and Powell. Detectives believe the shooting took place a few blocks away at Southeast 75th and Holgate. No word on a suspect this morning. Well, a driver is under arrest after police say he caused a multi-car crash on the St. John's Bridge. Now, these photos of the car investigators say 22-year-old Andrew Johnson was driving. You can see the front end completely charred there. Look at that. That's because police say Johnson's car caught fire after he ran into 3 other vehicles. But they say he kept going for 4 miles with flames coming from the hood. He eventually stopped and tried to hide from police, but they caught him. No one was seriously hurt. Johnson now faces several charges, including driving under the influence. Well, we're learning more about the man accused of setting his own Southwest Portland apartment building on fire. 30-year-old Garrett Rep pleaded not guilty to starting the 4-alarm fire that torched the May apartments. Rep faces 2 counts of arson and multiple counts of reckless endangering and criminal mischief. We talked to one tenant who said she lived below Rep. She says for months he'd been terrorizing her and her neighbors by pulling the fire alarm. KGW found through public records the alarm was pulled at least 16 times since February, the most recent 2 days before the fire. We also learned Rep was arrested last month at another apartment building, accused of barricading himself inside his ex-girlfriend's home. We talked to the super at that building.
Oh, he's very troubled. I'm not a psychologist, but I would use the term sociopath. He's really big time trouble.
So the judge ordered that Rep be held without bail. He stays in jail. In McMinnville, police have opened a criminal investigation into what sparked a fire at a downtown pizza place, a popular one too. 3rd Street Pizza, which includes a pizzeria and movie theater, sustained significant damage on Wednesday morning. Firefighters were able to keep the flames from spreading to neighboring businesses. Police say they've identified what they call 2 people of interest from surveillance video. Both were interviewed, but no arrests have been made so far. Well, our warmer weather might have you heading out for the water this weekend. The folks at American Medical Response want to make sure we all do it safely. Friday, AMR's River Rescue Team was out at Glen Otto Park in Troutdale training in the Sandy River. The team ran drills on how to save swimmers in trouble. They shared some tips with us.
Enjoy the river, be safe, always swim with a buddy. Please come by and get a life vest. Life vests are really, really important. The water is really cold and the water is moving fast, so swim safe and enjoy your weekend.
Now starting today, AMR will staff Glen Otto Park and High Rocks Park every day through Labor Day weekend. All right, we're going to take it to break, but first we're going to remind you that we're going to have a story about the Interstate Bridge coming up. And we're going to tell you about some new designs there. You can also watch Sunrise anytime you want on KGW Plus. All of our news is on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Just look for the KGW app and add us to your home screen. Stream Sunrise on your schedule. We'll be right back.